Okay, let's see if this works. Hey, how's it going? Can you hear me and see me and all the things all right? Aw, thanks, Mama Goose. Oh, yeah, it's been a day, it's been a week, it's been a month, it's been a year. For sure, for sure. Oh my gosh. Yay! Oh, good, I'm glad. Okay, so hopefully this is the start of bringing back the live unboxings because I enjoyed them immensely. I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoyed them. So when it is not a deck that I have to have out at a certain time or stipulations due to, X, Y, and Z, we'll do live unboxings. So the goal, the aim is to do like once a week if I can, but slowly rolling them out, it'll probably be less than that for a while, but that is the goal. So if you guys like them, let me know, and then I can continue to add that to the cycle. So yay! Hi, Moonstar! Yay! All right. So I'm going to give it just a little bit more to let people roll in. So that way we can kind of all start at the same time. I have it on that only subscribers can do the comment in the chat. So if you're not subscribed and like what I'm about and want to chat, it'll be about like 5 minutes after you subscribed and when you can start chatting. Just to keep the chaos down and, all of that. It helps a lot. So that is why that is on. Right, 2024, man. It hasn't stopped since January. It's with everything coming up. Oh my gosh, it's been crazy. So we're coming into the witchy season, which is fantastic. So I'm very, 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 very excited for that to be here because I need the vibes so much, and I'm sure you all do too. So hopefully we can have a really nice October and then a really leveled out winter. I'm hoping, but we all know what type of year it is this year, so it's gonna be crazy. All right. With that being said, let's get into it. I have it set to where I'm not having this backlight on because it's a lot right now. I had got my flu and my other vax today, so you know how it gives you a fun headache? That's where I'm at. So we're going to do this deck today. This was highly requested. This is the Classic Horror Oracle, 50 Cards and Guidebook by Ricardo Diseno. Discover truth and inspiration in the dark. So I'm quite excited because I like the classic horrors. I haven't seen every single one, but I'm planning on trying to get to that point. This retails for $19.95 in the US, and once the live is over, I'll do the whole putting links in the description box thing, but we're just going for it today. All right, the Classic Horror Oracle harnesses the energies and dark truths of 50 iconic horror movies to offer guidance, inspiration, and inner strength in a world weirder than most people imagine. Pairing each of the films with their essential elements, such as A Nightmare on Elm Street with dreams, Carrie with celebration, Night of the Living Dead with hunger, and Hereditary with family, these cards reveal the twists of fate that await you. A fully illustrated 120-page guidebook provides a flame of interpretation as you journey into the unknown. This is published by Chronicle Books, and it kind of reminds me of an old school VHS sleeve, which is really neat. And it comes open from the top like this. I'll leave that over there. Ooh. Very cool. All right. Let's take a peek real fast at the guidebook. All right. Horror fans know this deck aims to provide truth and inspiration from the dark energies of 50 classics and a modern classic horror films. Okay. So basically same information. And then we have some spreads. So single card. We have 3 card over here for past, present, and future. Or curse, manifestation, and spellbreaker. The pentagram. The harvest man. Cute. And then about the films. Nice. Okay. Anything else in the back? All right, we'll get back to that after the flip through. There's the back of the cards. They're a little bit longer. Hi, Spartagets. All right. The cardstock is a little bit on the thinner side. Not like terrible, but very, very flexible. It's not snapping back like super straight. But I'm not mad at it yet. Okay, here we go. So some of these I'm going to know. Some of these I'm not going to know. We're just going to roll with it. I like the vintage art style. That's really fun. Hey, Lori. Welcome in. Hi, Rowan. I've yet to see Halloween. This art style is really, really fun. It's giving old school movie poster. This is one of my favorites, Scream. It is a staple every year. You have to watch Scream. It was actually one of the first horror movies that I watched to get into the scary movies. So it holds a special place in my heart. Oof. That was a great film. Carrie. Right? It does. It gives it a nice pop without being like too dramatic, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't where my brain is today, but I like it a lot. Halloween. Yeah, I hear that's a staple for a lot of people. I just feel like there's so many sequels to it that I don't know if I want to even jump in. I saw the first Nightmare on Elm Street and I enjoyed it. But I'm like, I think that's as far as I want to take it. I don't want to go into like the Freddy versus Jason or any of those renditions. Right, it is confusing. My husband, I believe, has seen most of the Halloween. He's like, yeah, it contradicts itself a little bit here and there. I'm like, I'm good. I don't know what this movie is. Oh, Jaws. This one is a terrifying one for me. I will take poltergeist movies all day over Jaws. Ooh. I'm excited to see the guidebook, what it has to say. Right? I love more of like a psychological thriller. I'm not much for gore. Like the mid 2000s saw a spike in like the really gory stuff like with Saw and all of those, and I'm like, that is not for me. I don't need that. Ooh, is this Dracula? The color palette is really nice. Love Alien. Yes. Love, love, love. Hey, Jackie, how are you? Welcome in. Oh, Pan's Labyrinth is so good. It's so sad, but it's so good. Oh, that's a movie that I wish I could watch many times because it's just gorgeous. But emotionally, I can't handle it more than once every couple years. I know this is Hellraiser, but that is definitely not a movie I would vibe with. Mm. I heard a lot of people said Hereditary was not that scary and they were just like not impressed with it. And then other people were like, no, like it's really good. I haven't seen this one and I haven't seen Midsummer either. Hmm. Oh, definitely a classic. Wouldst thou love to live deliciously? So good. Ooh, you know what? Let's see. I was trying to figure that out. What do you think? That does look like it. We'll find out if you remind me in the guidebook. We'll find out. That's a movie I haven't seen in ages. Is the Candyman? I know. I'm trying to figure out some of them too. That's fair, Lori, because I'm right about there with you. I have to be very in the mood to watch certain horror movies, and lately the world is a horror movie enough. Right? Oh my gosh, yeah. For sure that would be an instant recognition picture. The lumber truck. Oh, still to this day cannot drive behind those. Oh, is this Evil Dead? I've seen that. Um, that'll come to me. That looks familiar. I like the one word on the card too. There's no numbers. That Stephen King dog movie. Oh, this one. Hey, practicing, welcome in. Yeah, it's been very interesting. If you like horror movies, Cujo, yes, thank you. Thank you. I was like, I remember a J, but none of the names that were going through my head made sense. I really like the art style. Oh, Gremlins. Love Gremlins. This is one that I tend to like to watch more during Christmas. I started watching it last week. I put it on. I'm like, no, I'm going to wait. The birds. Poor Tippy. Oh, you did? Midnight, yeah. Oh, this looks familiar too. Right, anything with Vincent Price, yes. I liked how Universal was trying to modernize the classic monsters. It was trying, but I wasn't impressed with it. I prefer the classics. Poltergeist. Oh, yeah. Oh, the TV show of this, I think it was called Bates Motel, was really good. Um, and then I fell off watching it. I don't think I ever completed it. No, I don't think I did. Hmm. I don't recognize that. Oh, is this Get Out? That movie was, whew, intense. And everybody's favorite clown, The Shining. Twins, that's an interesting card. Oh, creature. Oh, the Blair Witch. Oh my gosh. So I was, I think, in sixth grade when this movie came out. And I remember the hysteria with like people getting sick in the theater and like everyone saying it was the scariest movie around. I didn't watch this until my late 20s. And I was not like, maybe because we've already gone through like the Paranormal Activity movies and like all of that stuff, that this movie wasn't that bad. But yeah, like I did get a lot of motion sickness, and then I was like tempted to turn it off because I'm like, oh, this is so boring. Still a classic. The Suspicion movie. Yeah, I was trying to figure that one out too. Let's see. Soylent Green? I don't know. I've never watched that either, so I'm not sure. We'll flip through. Remind me if you want to check the movie remind me when we go through the guidebook. Okay, so this is a little bit longer of a card. So my hands are having an issue. Yeah, they believed it was real. Yeah, it was crazy. And me being like a little 6th grader who was like maybe 12 at the time. Oh yeah, it shuffles just fine. I was like, oh, I'm not going to go see that. And like all my friends were seeing it and they're like, oh yeah, it's like so cool. I'm like, no, you can't force me. Yeah, so it's a little awkward because it's on the longer side. So if you have smaller hands, it might be something that you got to adjust. But I do want to see. I like to try. Oh, you can shuffle it side by side. Again, a little awkward. Everybody has their preferred way of shuffling. And some people don't even shuffle at all. They just spread it out on the table. But let's try it this way. Oh, it's not bad this way, overhand. Okay. So we're going to read for the Bates Motel. And then we'll kind of go through the ones that you wanted to check out. So let's see. Was there a table of contents? No. Alphabetical? Yes. Nice. Okay. Invasion of the Body Snatchers for the plant one. Okay. Psycho. Psycho Killer. Directed by Alfred Hitchcock, 1960. Quote, I just want to make a change. While we generally consider ourselves to be playing the lead role in the film of our lives, we are also part of a larger story in which others' actions may spin the narrative in unexpected directions. This can be a real shock, a violent shriek of the nerves. Things may change dramatically, especially when you least expect it. So upright, don't let your guard down. And reversed, everything's fine, relax, take a shower. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I really like it. Oh, Steve Marcus wrote this, I believe. Oh, editor and author of Cthulhu. Okay, so what I wanted to do was go back. Oh, Evil Dead 2 for Warrior. Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi has done some interesting movies. It was Get Out. Sorry. Okay, let's see. Phantom of the Opera. That's what that was. Was there a particular one that you wanted me to go through the guidebook to check on to make sure it was the movie you were thinking of? And then maybe we'll pull some cards for everybody. Struggling to connect with it. Fate. It Follows. Oh, that's the one that was kind of like a crazy one. Like, I could see how Phantom is a horror. Like, especially if you look at it from the view of it being about obsession, I can see how that can be kind of a horror. But, like, I wouldn't put it in the same category as It or Jaws even. I would feel like that's more of a, I don't know, maybe a psychological thriller? Yeah, you're welcome. I mean, I was very intrigued with the concept because, like, there's a lot of very iconic movies that I saw on the cover. And I was thinking it was going to be more like classic, kind of like the old monster movies and stuff. So I was more excited about that. But the fact that it has some more modern movies in it, like, makes it a little bit more relatable. Is this a deck that I would use outside of, like, Halloween readings? No, probably not, because I'm not a huge horror fan. But I can see if you are and you really like the themes, that this would be fantastic. The art is really cool. I love how it invokes that vintage, especially like when you talk about the vintage movies here, that it could be really cool. Some of the keywords, I find it a little interesting, but I mean, there's a deck for every person. You know what I mean? Like, it's somebody's cup of tea. Oh, yeah, Black Swan would be great. Yeah, definitely. I would put those two on the same level, like Phantom and Black Swan, even Black Swan higher, because that was a little bit more intense, I believe. But that's personally just my opinion. For October readings, yeah. Um, I don't know. I think maybe if you're struggling to connect with it, look at it in terms of the themes that it presents instead of it being just like um, about the shock and the horror of it, the scare of it. If you, I heard somebody discuss about horror recently that it is the most, that genre specifically is a genre that really can play with what we need to reflect back to us as a society, like what should really like terrify us, things that we struggle with as human beings. So for instance, you know, when we talk about body horror, we experience that as women on a monthly basis, that sort of a thing, and it kind of reflects that into the theme of, if a man was experiencing something like that, that would be horror to them, because that's body, or pregnancy would be like body horror, right? For a man to experience like a growth inside of them, like creature coming out, that sort of a thing. So if you look at the themes and kind of separate the horror aspect out of it, and look at the theme of what the movie itself was trying to explore. And so for instance, if the theme was, okay, fertility, and take a back seat of the horror and just look at it of what that was exploring in and of itself, that might help you connect a little bit. Sometimes when I'm having a hard time connecting with a deck, I have to like sit with it for a while and kind of see how I can maybe use it in a different way. So maybe it might not be the way that you would typically utilize an oracle deck. Maybe it's something more a little bit outside of the box, or maybe it's something that can help you connect it to another deck, if that makes sense. So you can do like the typical, you have the tarot card as you're reading, and then your oracle is that confirmation card to be like, okay, so we're really talking about, well, fire, what can that represent? It can represent passion. It can represent destruction. It can represent creativity, life. It can represent a bunch of different things, not necessarily a fear-based fire where we're talking about, you know, them coming after Frankenstein. So it can be an indicator to link you to something else within that reading. But if you're really not connecting with it, and you've tried other options, then it is probably not a deck for you specifically, and that's okay. That's why there's so many different options out here. That's why we do these videos, so that you can see, maybe this isn't for me specifically, or, and sometimes too, I'll use a deck as, if I'm doing a pick a card reading, I'll shuffle and pull a card for that specific pile to be an indicator. So maybe your audience would be more drawn to the image of Frankenstein, or the image or the idea of fire versus the idea of family. So there's other ways to utilize your deck. You just kind of have to get creative with it and see how it wants to be utilized. You can also do an interview with it. Ask it questions. What type of reading would it like to be used for? Maybe it's not necessarily for spiritual readings. Maybe it's more for career, or maybe it's more for relationship readings. Yeah, it's a deck for someone. Ooh, a horror movie tarot deck. I don't don't think it would be too much, but I think it would all depend on, you know, what your vibe is. But people who love horror movies or people who love to be scared in general or love the spooky season, that might not be enough. They might have to one-up it again and add another deck on top of that. Oh, wow, that's really cool. Eyes Without a Face, that's a really good song. Yeah, the colors are just really, really great. They really harken back to that vintage feel, and I love that. I definitely think that this is a Halloween spooky season deck. I think this is definitely someone's cup of tea that they'll use it day to day. I have a specific person in mind that I know this would be his magnifique, like, use it daily. He's a horror movie, like, fanatic. And again, if that's your cup of tea, awesome. But yeah, so with that being said, do we want to pull a card for everybody just to see what comes up? And then we can kind of get a little bit more out of the guidebook to see how that's being used. If you want a card pulled, just say yes or me in the comments, and we'll just go from first come and then the next, and so on and so forth. Brain is not braining, I swear. Lori, first up. Okay. Let's see. Can we get a card for Lori, please? Okay, we're going to pull again because that was too quick. All right. Ooh, water. Okay, well, the first thing that I'm getting here is flow. So maybe things have not been so in flow for you lately. But let's go to the deck with the guidebook. All right, we've just begun to learn about water and its secrets. Okay, focus on your established routine is the upright meaning here. Are people intruding on your personal space like an invasive species? Is your long-established sense of comfort and equilibrium being disturbed by interlopers who don't understand the disruption they bring? Thriving in your own environment can depend on being able to ignore distractions, even enticing ones, that risk muddying the home waters. So I feel like that's really good, though. Water and its secrets. The reversed. Well, what do we have here? Be in flow. Be okay with the mystery of life. I like it. It's fun. Okay. Thank you, guys. And thank you, Rowan. All right, Aries girls next. The vintage swimsuit style. Yeah. It's giving Marilyn. Aries girl, we've got the other side with poltergeist. Are you connecting to the other side? Let's see, is it going by O or is it going by... Oh, it's not even... Wait. There we go. I was looking at the title of the movie instead of the actual title of the card. All right, upright. There is unfinished business to be handled. Envisioning how different our lives might be if we take or don't take an action is like projecting two distinct states of being. We're on one side or the other, depending on the decision we've made. In this, it can be helpful to find a guide. If the decision stems from an immediate problem, look for an underlying cause without getting distracted by surface signifiers. All right. I would say ask for help from your spirit team, because I'm getting, with the other side and poltergeist, I'm getting spirit guides, spirit team. So if you're stuck and needing help, reach out. All right. It is very fun. Not easy to navigate. I think, too, with oracles, it's great to have your own, to leave space for your own interpretations. So I like to typically go with what I'm picking up intuitively first, and then whatever the guidebook says to add to it. But the guidebook gives you kind of like, what do they say in Pirates of the Caribbean for guidelines? Like, it's just, when it comes to an oracle with no like specific way to utilize it, go with your gut first with what comes up, and then kind of like utilize the guidebook as a way to kind of navigate back to it, if that makes sense. But the guidebook is really fun. I've been enjoying it. Like, it gives you enough information about the movie to kind of pinpoint what they're meaning with the key words and the art. It's fun. You're welcome. Okay. Royal Pop. We've got Harvest. Ooh, is it time to finally reap in the rewards of your hard work? Where are you? I love a table of contents. I wish we would have gotten one. We've got Children of the Corn. So we want to give you peace. Upright working together can bring great reward. Sharing a commitment to a cause, especially one that might seem a little corny to an outlander, can really bring a group of people together. Sure, the temptation to demonstrate that you are the truest believer can turn to blood sport, with a cutthroat response to those of shaky faith. But if the harvest is good, it can be worth all the effort. So if you're struggling to bring in that harvest, cooperation. So find somebody that can help you through it or that can give you advice. Just like what we kind of did. Oh, that's so funny. Oh my goodness. All right. Practicing is next. I still haven't seen Children of the Corn. That one I kind of just... I don't know if I can handle that. Okay. Let's pull again. Because we got the other side and I want to make sure you're getting what you need here. There we go. Ooh, no. There we go. Fertility. We got the stone circle in the middle. Okay, it's time to nurture some projects. Nurture yourself. Give birth to new ideas. The Wicker Man. That was what it was called. It was bugging me. It was like the Bee Man. Nicolas Cage. The Bears. Upright. The energy is coming to you. Stay open to new ideas. All right. Self-righteousness can lead us down a path largely of our own making that can be personally disastrous. Remaining open to cultural and spiritual differences creates the possibility of understanding and connection with others and can help avoid outcomes rooted in foolish judgment. Rituals, be they personal or social, may be productive in ways not immediately apparent. Ooh. So maybe if you are struggling to bring an idea or a project to fruition, try making it a ritual or try making some sort of, you know, how when people are trying to write a story or, you know, create a piece of art or whatever, they have to like get in the zone, right? So maybe there's a way to get you mentally there too, like where you have a routine and that's your ritual. You make it magic instead of just a routine. You create it to be this magical space and area and time in which you do it. That would be really cool. The Bee Man. Listen, I have seen so many things, movies and TVs that I can't, my brain doesn't have the capacity to remember everything. But I remember him screaming in that contraption. Oh, Nicolas Cage. I highly recommend the newest one that he did with Pedro Pascal, the Irresistible, or that one. So good. Very, very funny. He definitely plays himself well. All right. Any other takers? Oh, you are so welcome. Oh, yay. I'm glad. Yeah, try. Sometimes when we are in a rut, I know I have been lately, changing one thing that you do can help get your mind outside of that box that it's in. Sometimes we just need to do one little thing different in our routine, and then it makes our mind kind of be like, wait, like an Etch-a-Sketch. Like, wait, this isn't what we normally do. What's going on here? And so then your perspective kind of shifts and changes into being able to be a little bit more open. So, and that's been a collective thing lately too, where like we've been focused a lot on just like one thing, or like the lack, and everything that's going wrong, or looking at one thing in a specific way, that we're not allowing our minds to open up and see how we can utilize everything else around us and all the opportunities around us. So collectively, we've all been kind of going through it. And so I understand where the mental block goes. So maybe if we all kind of focus on what we're struggling on, create a ritual about it, and nurture ourselves too, because Lord knows we all need to make time for some self-care. It can help kind of shift our perspective in a positive way, that like we don't have to do this, we want to do it, we get to do it. And a lot of times it's easier said than done, but at the end of the day, we only have today. So I would rather change my perspective to be like, okay, well, maybe if I just tweak it a little bit, I can have a better day. Maybe if I just do this, I can have a better outcome. Or, I can go take a walk instead of sitting scrolling, doom scrolling. You know what I mean? Like, just do one thing different and see how it changes the next 5 minutes, and clear your head a little bit. Yay! All right. How's everybody doing besides this? Like, how are we doing? What's going on? Anything good? Anything fun? I feel like I've been talking and talking. I guess that's how these work, right? I've been not doing lives for so long, it feels weird to talk at the screen and not have people talk back. I guess I gotta get used to it again. Congratulations! Oh my goodness! Oh, little baby! Oh, that's amazing. Oh, Lisa! Okay. Yes, you may have a card. Oh, new babies. That's so great. Woo. Same one. Let's see if I can get you another one, because we were just talking about that. Okay. 2 fell out. Let's try again. This time, don't drop. There we go. That was the same one that fell out before. All right, cool. So, nurturing love, maybe. Yeah, that's so great. I love new babies. I bet you are so thrilled and so excited. All right, Bride of Frankenstein. Upright meaning, approach social interactions with an open heart. What does it mean to be made for each other? The impulse to connect with others, strangers, villagers, a special someone, is in its purest form the virtuous ethical base for participation, got it, in human society. That this hopeful impulse may not be reciprocated, may even be rejected, can be a source of great pain. Okay. So, fertility came out first and then love. I'm kind of reading these together. So, is there somebody new coming into your life, or a new relationship that you're hoping to nurture? Because that's what I'm getting here. Putting yourself out there more. And even if it's not like love per se, but like putting yourself out there in more of a sense of like self-love and self-compassion is huge, because that in and of itself takes a lot of courage. And we can be afraid of being seen and be afraid of rejection. So a lot of the times it's like nurturing and caring for ourselves and giving ourselves that compassion and grace to allow ourselves to even get to the point of saying, hi, my name is, and you are, like you don't want to be rejected or told no, you want to be loved and accepted. So getting to that point where you can put yourself out there is hard too. Oh yeah. They do shuffle really well. Yeah. So nurture yourself. I do think that having a little bit more confidence is going to be key. But I do love that it's talking about, I just lost it. Where is it? There it goes. Approaching things with an open heart, social interactions with an open heart. Because you kind of need to with every kind of social interaction you have, whether it is with a romantic partner or like what we're doing here, you kind of have to have an open heart and be okay with like not everybody enjoying what you have to say or having people not vibe with you. So that's really cool. Oh, that's so sweet. My grandchild, no, my nephew, he's the youngest in the family, and he is going to be 2, so I'm very excited for that. He started calling me auntie, and I'm like melting. So sweet. It's so cool getting to watch other people's kids like that are part of your family or part of your life, like your bestie's kids, or, in my case, my brother's kid, grow up. It's just really cool to be able to like see the different stages and be a part of it without having the responsibility. I love kids, but I could never. I can barely take care of myself. I am not mad at how they shuffle. I think it just takes a little bit of finesse. The quality is not bad for $19.99. I'm not mad. I think that the guidebook is very cheeky. It is on brand for the theme, and I like the information that it gives. It's just enough, but definitely is something that like you kind of have to vibe with it. And if you don't vibe with it, it might be hard to connect. Oh, yeah, I understand being a hermit. I'm in hermit mode too. It's hard to go out there and be social, especially like nowadays. It's just, there's something about it that's very awkward. And in my area, I don't know a lot of people. So it is even more awkward to go out and about and like try to make friends, especially like different age groups too, right? Like, so I'm almost, I'm in my late 30s. So there's a lot of younger people around where I go to, like in their 20s, late 20s. And I'm like, I want to meet people that are in my age bracket. Because when I'm around people that are like even in their late 20s, like 27, that area, I'm like, I am so much older than you. Like the difference is so vast and drastic. So it's hard to put yourself out there, and like also like you don't want to seem weird for trying to make friends and connect. It's definitely harder once you get out of like school, college, like unless you have a specific hobby and a group that you go to, like it's really hard to just make friends. I get it. Yeah. Yeah, you are so welcome. Visit family, yeah. Especially in another state, yeah. Oh, I hate small talk. It's the worst. I'm very much like, I want to know what your deepest like thought is. Like, I want to know what keeps you going. And we all know what the weather is. We all know, yeah, it's nice out today. Like, tell me your dreams. Tell me, your most favorite book that like kept your imagination alive as a child, like those kind of conversations. I want to know what you think about aliens. I want to know all of those things. Like, we could, hey, I'm Natasha, like, what is your deepest darkest like conspiracy theory or whatever, like, um yeah, small talk is the worst. But I understand why we do it, but my brain just hates it. It automatically like shuts off. Yeah, it's nice out today. Anyway, all right. Well, I look very manic. No. So the deal is I will try to make these like at least once a month of a live unboxing. I still want to do the live new moons, the live full moon readings like we do. And then if you guys have like ideas that you want to see on the channel, I know I've got a few of them here that I'm trying to go through that aren't necessarily deck related. We can do, things about self-care. We can do things about, witchy things, more crafting things, cooking. I know a lot of you want to do more kitchen witchery, so that's in the works. I have a couple of different like how-to videos coming as well, but I kind of want to finagle it. So yeah, if you guys have anything in particular that you would like me to check out, that you're concerned about, let me know and I will add it to the list. Hey Chase, welcome, and get that going. Yeah. So, and then we just hit like 32K subscribers, which is crazy and insane. So, as always, in the community tab, I'll have like, if ever I'm going live, it will be posted a few days, if not the day before, on the community tab to make sure you guys are aware. Make sure that your notifications are on because YouTube likes to switch those off sometimes randomly. So make sure your notifications are on for that, and then that will alert you. I'm going to be doing more of the premieres with the videos so we can chat together in the live chat. The videos won't be live, but the chat is live. So that's been fun to hang out with you guys. So those will be happening more. And then, yeah, if there's anything specifically related to Halloween that you guys would like to see, let me know soon so I can get that in the works. And, oh, thank you. Yeah, the lives have been very few lately. I'm just getting to a point where I can start scheduling them in. So very excited about that. More live content is coming. And then I do have a TikTok. I know the TikTok is up in the air whether they're going to keep it or not in the United States. But if you want more short form content, I'm over there. I'm also on Instagram and I'm on the YouTube shorts here. I have a Facebook for this channel, but I'm very rarely on it. I'm not a big Facebook fan. So very rarely am I on Facebook. So if you want to check out any of those places, usually if you don't have one, the short or the short form content will be on another. I like to make sure that everybody has their own side of the short forms that they prefer, so they get to see the content. So with that being said, I think I covered all of the announcements that I was going to say. But yeah. I do have this Santa, wait. No, that one's new, right? I have the Santa Muerte Oracle. I'll write it down just in case. I know I did the Dia de los Muertos tarot. And my pronunciation is horrible. I do apologize for that. Okay. All right. I will add that in just in case, but I know I did, oh, no, I did. Wait, hold on. Aha! I found it. Okay. So if you check the, if you search my videos, this will come up. It's beautiful. Yes. Okay. Wasn't Dia de los Muertos. I remembered something. Yay, my brain worked for a change. Okay, and then more pick a card readings are coming as well. So yeah, I've been busy. Okay, with that being said, I'm going to close out the live and make sure all your notifications are on and all that good stuff. And yeah, thank you all for hanging out with me today. It was so nice. It was very fun to just be able to do the unboxing again. So those will be coming more. I'm so excited. Yay. All right. So with that being said, make sure you have all of the fun stuff done. Yay. Thanks. And I appreciate you guys so much. I really, really do. Thank you all and have a wonderful rest of your evening. Make sure you spend some quality time with yourself. And thank you, Rowan, for modding again. Everybody thank Rowan. She's amazing. And have a wonderful rest of your evening or day, wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.